every spring and summer, everyone has a picnic or a barbecue or social gathering that they're asked to go ahead and make a dish for. Now, a lot of people go ahead and they make a potato salad, but I've come up with an alternative that doesn't go bad as fast and that's absolutely delicious. I've actually never had any leftovers. They're called BCR potatoes, and what I'm going to show you today is how to make them so that everybody at your gathering can enjoy them too. First, let's go ahead and look at some of the ingredients. You have your mayonnaise, sometimes mustard, sour cream, eggs, sometimes green onions, other ingredients that you might decide to throw in. Now, with eggs especially, sour cream, mayonnaise, they all, when you think about them, they gather bacteria very quickly along with potatoes, and it's very easy to see why so many people get sick at such gatherings because of what's put in this potato salad. Now, my BCR potatoes, bacon, cheese, and ranch, potato salad is very easy to make. It includes just bacon, which I use the Real Bacon Bit by Oscar Mayer, some seasoning salt, very little, some ranch of course, and then some cheese. Now what I use is Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. Now with this recipe, and of course the potatoes, it really does not go bad as fast as what you have with the mayonnaise and eggs and all that other stuff. Now that I've shown you what we put into it, I'm going to show you how to make them. I'm going to start off with your regular potatoes, basic to any potato salad really. And you're going to cook these at 350 degrees in either the oven, or you can cook them in the microwave, which only takes about 5 minutes per potato. Once they're done, you're going to have a nice soft potato that you can stick a fork in easily. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut them in half, and once you cut them in half, you're going to go ahead and quarter it. Once it's quartered, you're going to chop it into little cubes, like you already see here. And you're going to chop them all up first. You're not going to do anything with them until all of the ones that you're going to be using are chopped. Now, I leave the skin on, but you don't have to. Once we have all of our potatoes chopped, we're going to go ahead and make a single layer on the bottom of a pan. And you really don't need cooking spray for the simple fact that, the cheese and the bacon both have natural oils in them that will prevent it from sticking. Once you have the single layer on the bottom, you're going to go ahead and season the potatoes with the Lowry seasoning salt. And it's just a little sprinkle to make it that, more or less. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your ranch. And I use Hidden Valley Ranch because I like the taste, the texture, and everything like that. But if you want a low-fat alternative, there's always the sprays or non-fat or whatever else. What I'm going to do is lightly put some on. Now with some guests that I've had, they want to ranch all over their potatoes, but you can make it however you want. Next, we're going to add our cheese to go over the top of the ranch and the potato. Light or a lot, it's all up to you. What I love about this recipe and cooking is that you can make however you want, whatever your preference. Once I'm done with that, I sprinkle some bacon on. Now the bacon bits can be real, fake. You can make them beforehand, or you can buy it like I do, the pre-packaged stuff. And there we have our first layer. Now I'm going to add another layer. And what I'm doing is I'm layering this one section at a time so that it's all covered. All of the potatoes, every single one, are covered with bacon, cheese, ranch, and the like. Now I like to make big humongous pans, but for this demonstration I'm going to go ahead and just make a little pan. season, the ranch, and you really want to make sure that every potato is covered in a little bit of ranch and a little bit of seasoning salt, and a little bit of cheese, and for a lot of people, a lot of bacon, but whatever your preference is. Now once you've made as many layers as you want, you're going to come up with something about like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and once it's done, you take some tin foil, spread it across the top, and you're going to bake it for about 20 minutes at 350 again, so you don't even need to turn off your oven after you're done baking your potatoes, because you're going to use it again for baking it again. Now once it's all done, you can go ahead and serve, or you can chill it and serve cold. With this dish, it's great because it's good either way. And remember that any gathering, picnic, social event that you need to make your own dish, make sure to have a lot of fun with it. Because it's not what you bring to the table, it's whether or not, honestly, you like it or your guests like it. Because if you have a lot of leftovers every time, like what you do with the regular potato salad, you're going to end up wishing you hadn't brought it. And if you're like me, you really want to add some variety to anything you do. You don't want the same old, same old. So go ahead and remember to make my BCR potato salad, or what my husband calls my BCCR potato salad, because I can't cook regular potato salad. Thank you very much.